course, but they didn't, and it left a big avenue for the prosecutor to drive a truck through.
Joe, not only did they not go through it frame by frame, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Eric Nelson used a single frame of video during his direct examination, did he?
That's correct. He referenced body-worn camera video and the milestone video and civilian videos, but no, he did not actually go through anything in terms of a recording.
Why do you suppose he wouldn't have used that video?
It baffles me, only because I would imagine maybe he's afraid to, because he thinks it just looks so bad every time you play it. It's going to hurt his client. But think of it, this is your expert. That means it's a safe area for you, the defense, to go through. And I would imagine that going through this video is something that the defense expert did with Mr. Nelson, the attorney, a number of times before he testified. So it's a little baffling why they didn't review that ahead of time.
All right. And perhaps he'll bring some video on redirect when he gets another shot with Barry Broad after Steve Slisher is done with him. But we are in the middle of a cross-examination, a little break they take in the mid-afternoon here. I know, Joe, based on the court filing, there is one more expert that at least the reports have been disclosed to the prosecution, and that is going to be a toxicologist. So a toxicologist would be the next medical expert that we would probably expect to hear from. It seems like these disclosures, and maybe we should talk about this, because on Twitter I was asked by Stephen Dennis, wanted to know if defense experts were deposed ahead of time by the prosecution. And I think he's asking that question because Steve Slisher's cross-examination really honed in on point after point of what the testimony was really about. So do they have advance notice as to what the experts are going to say?
Yes, but not depositions. Under Minnesota law, in criminal cases, depositions cannot be used except for some very rare circumstances, like if a witness simply cannot be at the trial for medical or some other reasons. And then both parties have to agree and the judge has to order it. Now, there are disclosure rules. Both sides have to give each other information about their experts' reports, statements, any tests that they did, the basis of the expert's opinion, so both sides know what the other side's experts will say at trial.
All right. Joe Tamburino, thanks for your insight. We appreciate it. We are in the middle of a 20-minute break. We expect court to get back underway at around 3:20. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back and update you on some of the other breaking news that we've been following here in the Twin Cities. There was a news conference with the families of George Floyd and Daunte Wright right around the lunchtime outside of the government center where this trial is taking place. We'll have some highlights of that for you, plus also breaking news from the City of Brooklyn Center as they have made personnel changes. The police chief and the officer accused of shooting and killing Daunte Wright have both resigned. We'll update you on both of those stories when we come back. I'm Jason DeRusha. You're watching CBSN Minnesota.